Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. The Prime Minister was invited for a Ganpati Puja at the Chief Justice's residence. This is my topic today. A lot of you may ask, kya hua? So, big deal here. Is this a national issue? Actually, you know what? To a certain extent, it is. Let's get right into the show and find out how. You know, there is a famous line by Robert Frost. Famous quote. He says, good fences makes good neighbors. Good fences makes good neighbors. And you know why this line is relevant here? This quote is relevant here is because, you see, the boundary between the judiciary and the legislature, judiciary and the executives should be strong and very clear. Very clear. You know, unlike Hindi picture, you can't have two brothers, one becoming Chief Justice, another becoming Prime Minister, and both, singing songs together. Can't happen in a good democracy. Shouldn't happen in a good democracy. There has to be a very clear line drawn between the judiciary and the legislature. The judiciary and the executives too. Because end of the day, government is the biggest litigant in the court. So, if you are backslapping friends, somewhere down the line, the concept of justice must not only be done, but also must be seen as done. Goes kaput. Goes kaput. Because the CJI and the Prime Minister, they socialize together. They are friends. They are very good friends. They go to each other's house for pujas and for ceremonies. So, good friends. Nice friends. Is that how you want your democracy to function? So, if so many cases pending, constitutionality of anti-conversion laws pending, Citizenship Amendment Act pending, Constitution of the Place of Worship Act pending, all these cases pending with the Supreme Court, where this may directly or indirectly affect the Prime Minister and the government, how do we know that the justice is being done effectively and unbiased? You see, when Narasimha Rao was the Prime Minister, Mr. M.N. Venkatachalam took over as the Chief Justice of India. Very interesting story. Mr. M.N. Venkatachalam took over as the Chief Justice. And in an official gathering, Narasimha Rao, former Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao, walked up to Mr. Justice M.N. Venkatachalam and said, Justice, I am so happy you are the Chief Justice of India and we will have a cordial relationship. We will have a cordial relationship. Justice Venkatachalam said, no, we will not have a cordial relationship. He said, we will have a correct relationship. Not a cordial relationship, but a correct relationship. You know, I thought this answer of his was so clear. So clear the way the Prime Minister or the legislature and the judiciary should be interacting with each other. Not cordial, but correct. Because end of the day, their path always crisscrosses. And if the path crisscrosses, then it is better you maintain a safe distance from each other very clearly. If not, then a common man will never see justice as being done. Why are we blaming Madhavi Buch? Why? You are saying that she had conflict of interest because she possibly in that format was sitting in an investigative. She was the chairperson of the regulatory body. In some form, she was also judging, what is brought in front of her, and she therefore also had relationships, personal, professional, and official relationships with companies which are under scrutiny. And you said, "Arey baap re, ye kya hai? Conflict of interest, very bad, Baba." How is this different? How is this different? There was exchange of money. Here, there is no exchange of money. But If you actually go to think of it, Chief Justice of India, Mr. DY Chandrachud, is retiring November 2024. What if one starts believing that possibly all this relationship building, bonding is for a post-retirement benefit? It may not be true. I am not even saying it's true. I am saying as a lay person, as a person who seeks justice, as a person who looks up to the Chief Justice of India, as a person who is going to deliver justice to me, what if I start thinking that possibly all this bonding is for a post-retirement benefit, post-retirement job, post-retirement position? The possibility can't be ruled out. The possibility can't be ruled out. But is that good for a country? Is it good if people, especially people who stand in front of Justice Chandrachud, begging for justice, if those people start believing that Justice Chandrachud has special relationships with the Prime Minister and possibly, therefore, has special regards for the government and therefore, possibly, will never rule against the government. If a person starts believing it, how can you call him wrong? Why? Government, like I told you before, is the biggest litigant in a court. And if the Prime Minister and the Chief Justice of India has a cordial and very friendly relationship, then the chances are everybody is going to doubt whether the justice system will be unbiased. This is one. Now let me also tell you, was this the first time that something of this sort happened? No, it is not. Dr. Manmohan Singh had thrown an iftar party in his house, in his official residence. And Dr. Manmohan Singh had called on the Chief Justice then to come and attend his iftar party, which he did. But of course, that particular iftar party, there were a lot of people. L.K. Advani also went and bureaucrats were also called in. Opposition leaders were also called in. Congress President Sonia Gandhi was also called in and so on and so forth. So there was a large gathering of almost every person who matters in the country was called in. That is the only difference. But yet, I will have to tell you that it has happened before. It is not that Justice Chandrachud is doing it for the first Chief Justice to have invited the Prime Minister. It is not that. Prime Minister has also invited the Chief Justice in the past. And I don't see much of a difference between a Chief Justice inviting the Prime Minister to his residence and or the Prime Minister inviting Chief Justice to his residence. I don't see much of a difference there. But this is the point I wanted to make today through my editorial. You see, in a situation like this, always we talk about the North Star. When the country is in trouble, when there are conflicts in the country, when there are political issues in the country, we all look at the North Star. We all look at the Chief Justice, the Judiciary to give us justice, end of the day. And if Judiciary is seen as biased, Judiciary is seen as taking sides, or Judiciary is not seen as unbiased, which is different to Judiciary being seen as biased. If Judiciary is not seen as unbiased, chances are that North Star, our last hope for justice, will decimate. And that's very bad for our country and our democracy. That is why this topic is important. And that is why I thought I should get this topic to your notice. Till I see you next time. That's tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.